Hello, welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars and I hold loads of votes on my Instagram, so you guys can vote on who I react to. Also, please do check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can get more exclusive content, you can get early access to my podcast, and you can find out a little bit more about my scholarship fund for aspiring artists. This one was just asked for loads in the comments. Her name is Faouzia, and she is a Moroccan-Canadian singer.
Climbing up this mountain, climbing up twice, hoping that I make it this time, but I'm so done with hoping. Cause hoping leads to failing, leads to falling down this mountain.
So low.
Falling down again, boom, boom, heartbeat still beating in. It's
so easy for her, those low notes. Her voice is like heavy richness. It's like treacle. I love it. I love how she is keeping those really open vowels as well. Down.
But that's just what they wanted, so
see how she's using her d and her th? She's using the flat of her tongue, not the tip of her tongue, which gives it that kind of jazzy sort of feel to it.
I get up off the ground and I shake
round, see, it's really.
Come look at me now, look at me now. I'm not here to
her
talk,
vibrato is so fast. I love it.
I'm gonna make it up.
It's so cool. I love that. Just a little flip up to whistle as well. A little screech. I love it.
This mountain, make it to the top. Show them what I made up. Show them what.
I can't stop stopping and talking about that. Okay, so that little round was a little yodel, a little flip up to head voice. She started that bottom note in chest voice. The next note was up in her head voice, and then she added a run to it. That was beautiful. Her diction is swallow. See, it's more of an open vowel again. I love those. So mark my words before you swallow yours, just like swallow. So what's interesting as well, I don't know if she's going to do some big old high notes in a minute, but what I'm assuming that she has some amazing easy low notes and resonance and this treacle voice that her flip up to head voice is quite low. So generally the lower your voice is, the break in your voice is a little bit lower as well. And of course we can train that break out. If you want to become a yodeler, you can actually enhance that break in your voice. So for people who are sopranos, your break is more likely to be a little bit higher than if you're an alto, or the same if you're a tenor and a bass, your break will be that little bit lower.
Started as a question, ended as a fact. When I found out I'm the only one that has my back, I'm drowning. They fill my lungs with venom and the sharks are coming out and they're hungry now.
I love the rolly R. Woo!
I'm gonna make it
or how's that? I thought that might be coming. That was a beautiful mix. So easy for her, so relaxed, so resonant. She is getting a little bit of her tilt of her larynx. So basically, as you go up into your head voice, your larynx will tilt forward a little bit. The muscles on the front of the larynx engage. Now, she isn't going fully up into her head voice. She's getting a little bit of that tilt action to thin the vocal cords out, but maintaining the resonance of chest voice, and it's got that real punch to it. But because she has that heavy tone, it still maintains that fullness. I love those little flicks. like that.
So mark my words before you swallow yours just like a pill.
What's interesting about her, she's up to about a D on those high notes, and it is just really interesting because her voice packs that punch on a D, but perhaps if you were a soprano, if you're looking at someone like Ariana Grande or Tori Kelly who may be singing a similar style, for a similar feeling of note, you might need a higher note, like an E or an F, but for her, because her voice is lower, you don't need to go quite as high to get that same effect.
Before you swallow yours just like a pill, before you swallow yours just like a pill, I will.
Love it.
So mark my words before you swallow.
Oh, beautiful end. Beautiful singer. Well, thank you for suggesting that one, guys. I absolutely love her. I think her voice is really interesting. It's rare that we get these like warm, low alto singers these days. A lot of the time, people are hearing these light soprano voices, especially within this kind of R&B influenced style. But that heaviness of tone combined with those high notes, the agility, the flips up to head voice. Loved it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.